Number 4, Kendall Nieberg. Number 5, Emma Shockley. Number 6, Devin MacArthur. Number 7, Anna Solomon. Number 9, Riley Slim. Number 11, Cheyenne Kelch. Number 12, Brooke White. Number 13, Natalie Atkinson. Number 14, Mackie Averett. Number 15, Tanea Tate. Number 17, Natalie Navarro. The Lady Raiders are coached by head coach Lacey Blissett, assisted by Haley Guest and Robert Sines. And now, the introduction of your home team, the Lady Timberwolves. Number 1, freshman, Molly Mitchell. Number 2, sophomore, Kaya Ober. Number 3, junior, Evan Garcia. Number 4, freshman, Ridley Hernandez. Number 5, sophomore, Annika Ober. Number 6, senior, Natalie Bucket. Number 7, junior, Addison Martin. Number 10, junior, Izzy Robinson. Number 11, senior, Taylor Alexander. Number 13, senior, Soleil Moshe. Number 14, junior, Madden Singleton. Number 15, junior, Avery Evans. Number 16, senior, Stella Acosta. Cedar Park is coached by head coach Kenny Jensky, assisted by J.R. Romero and Blake Brown. Now please rise as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, I should say. Welcome to Cedar Park High School for tonight's matchup between the Rouse Raiders and your Cedar Park Timberwolves. Now, last time out against Marble Falls, Cedar Park ended the losing streak 3-1, and now, unfortunately, that game was not on Vype Media. Some of you guys may have noticed they bumped the start time to 6 o'clock. To 3 and 5 district play, 7, 10, and 1 overall. As Slimp will step in. Cedar Park, Rouse though coming into this game 0-for, as they have not won in district play or overall. His first pitch is in there for a strike. As 0-1 pitch catches the outside corner. And Singleton quickly ahead, 0-2. 0-2 pitch is swung on and miss. It is not cleanly caught though, maybe foul tipped by Garcia. We're going to do it again at 0-2. On the ground, up the middle, off the glove of Singleton. Picks up, throws over to first, and they're going to say she's safe. So Slimp gets a leadoff single. And a ground ball up the middle. Usually Singleton pretty sure-handed, but maybe somebody had gotten in their eyes on that one and then couldn't locate it afterwards. But still made a pretty good play to get up with it and still make a very good throw to first base. With daylight saving time finally coming into play, the sun is still in the air. As first pitch is outside. Throw on the second base will be not in time. Throws a bit wide to Evans as Slimp will steal second. Probably seeing the camera shot and go over at first base. Costa having to shield the sun with her glove. But as the sun goes down and the game goes on, it should be less of an issue. 1-0 pitch as a very weird way of holding the bat there. Makes throw over to third base. As Slimp will not be moving, it's 2-0. Weston Scow in the box. No, it's 1-1 actually. Interesting. Maybe that one must have caught some part of the plate. So 1-1 pitch to Weston Scow now is upstairs off the glove of Garcia. Will make no throw over to third base. As Slimp will advance on over to third. So 2-1 to Weston Scow. Upstairs and outside, gets away from Garcia all the way to the backside. Throw to the plate will be not in time as Slimp comes home to score. So no outs in the inning. One hit for Rouse. And through a combination of stolen bases and pass balls, they lead 1-0 as ball misses outside. Weston Scow gets a free pass. She's on first base now.
Number 14, Mackie Averett.
So Rouse in front 1-0 in the top of the first. Still no one out. for Averett. Weston Scow at first base. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. So the game began with a base hit up the middle that was grabbed by Singleton but couldn't make the play over at first base in time. So a 1 pitch is in there for strike 2. Took the umpire just a little bit to make that call. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. For a strikeout for Singleton. There's one away.
Number 15, Tanea Tate.
So Tate steps in now. Runner at first base, that's Weston Scow. Pitch to Tate. Misses outside. Two-0 pitch, misses inside. So 2 balls, no strikes to Tate. Runner at first base, that's Weston Scow. 1 away here in the top of the first. Rouse leading 1-0 as Tate will swing and miss at a 2-0 pitch. Two-one in the air and over the glove of Acosta at first and into right field. Big turn at second is Weston Scow. She'll arrive over at third base as Tate puts it where they're not. And there's runners at the corners with 1 out for Singleton, as now the infield's going to have conversation with Singleton. So the game began with the base hit on the infield to Slimp. Went off the glove of Singleton. And it was a tough play at first base after that. And Slimp gets around with stolen bases and pass balls and scores on a pass ball. And then Weston Scow gets on with a walk. Averett strikes out. And Tate with his low bloop single. So Damasio will step up with runners at the corners. And 1 away here in the top of the first. First pitch, popped up and out of play. One 0 pitch. Checks her swing. Throw back over to third base. It's going to be played to plate. Throw back home. And she's going to be out at home plate. Throw back over to third. And she's safe. So Weston Scow out at home plate. As Tate will advance all the way over to third. As she was stealing second on that one. As the pitch misses outside. So Tate over at third base. There's 2 away now. Here comes the pitch. Misses upstairs and outside. Here's the pitch. This is upstairs again. Payoff pitch. Popped up on the infield, and it's going to be out of the reach of Garcia. Foul ball. And officially, at least to my knowledge, the count moves full. Usually on stolen base attempts, it's a little bit tricky to figure out the balls and strikes after that. But now we know the count is full. So full count to Damasio. Tate over at third base. 3-2 pitches. Cut on and missed for strike 3. Second strikeout for Singleton. So Rouse gets a couple of hits. They score 1 run. They're going to leave 1 stranded. And after a half inning, our score is Rouse 1, Cedar Park coming up. Listening to Cedar Park Softball on the Vype Media Network. All right. For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to gear up and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store. Gear up this spring at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Molly Mitchell will lead things off for the Cedar Park Timberwolves, followed by Evan Garcia. Avery Evans will batting third today. Madden Singleton batting cleanup. Addison Parton batting 5th. Izzy Robinson batting 6th. Bella Acosta batting 7th. Taylor Alexander, she'll be batting 8th, designated player tonight. And Sole Boscia in the 9-hole. In the circle for the Rouse Raiders, it is Damasio. Cedar Park trailing 1-0. To the Rouse Raiders.
Number 1, freshman Molly Mitchell.
First pitch to Mitchell, shows bunt, pulls bunt back, but pitch is in there for a strike. A 1 pitch to Mitchell. On the ground, up the middle, snagged by the shortstop, drops it. And there'll be no play over first base. Mitchell thinks about making a play over to second as the ball gets away, but she'll hold over at first base. And no way to roll that one, but an infield single. So Mitchell gets on with an infield hit. They'll bring up Evan Garcia.
Evan Garcia.
Molly Mitchell reaching 3 times against Marble Falls, and all 3 times stealing second, and also all 3 times on the steal attempts, getting all the way over to third base. One thing we see from Mitchell in her freshman season, she likes to run. Pitch to Garcia is outside. Throw down to second base will be not in time. And just like we were talking about, Mitchell gets in with a stolen base. So now runner in scoring position for Evan Garcia. In the air to right. Backing up is the second baseman. She makes the catch. Mitchell's going to tag and go to third base. The throw to the plate, and she is out at third base. Second baseman grabbed it in short right field. And Mitchell, trying to be opportunistic, making a play over to third base. And it was a very close play. Evans will step in now. She had 2 RBIs against Marble Falls. First pitch is popped up in the air and out of play. 2 gone here in the bottom of the first inning. The bases are empty. A 1 pitch to Evans. Swung on and missed a changeup. It's now 0-2. O2 pitch to Evans. Holds off on the changeup upstairs. It's 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 1, 2, 3, bottom of the first inning. Cedar Park gets an infield single. Race on a double play, and Evans strikes out after an inning complete. Our score is Rouse 1, Cedar Park nothing. Listen to Cedar Park Softball on the Vype Media Network. Top of the second inning here at Cedar Park High School. It'll be Nieberg, Solomon, and MacArthur. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Rouse Raiders. They had a couple hits in the top of the first inning. Left one stranded after an out at home. And they lead in this one 1-0.
Number 4, Kendall Nieberg.
Pitch to Nieberg. Shows bunt right back to Singleton. Throws over to first. Covering is Izzy Robinson. And that's the first out of the inning. So the designated player, Solomon, will step in now.
Number 7, Anna Solomon.
Pitch to Solomon. On and fouled back. It's 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Cut on and missed. Singleton quickly ahead 0-2 over Solomon. Oh, 2 pitch. Upstairs, try to get her a chase. It's 1-2. Base is empty here in the top of the second inning. Rouse in front of Cedar Park 1-0. Here comes the 1-2. Borderline pitch, and the umpire's going to say it misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitch. Inside, and everyone in the infield wanted that strikeout. So Solomon was down 0-2, has now worked a full count. Payoff pitch. Back up the middle and through for a base hit. Good at bat there for Solomon. That's the 3rd hit for Rouse. And for this, and they have a 1-out base runner. MacArthur will step in now with the runner at first base, and that's Solomon, with 1 away here in the top of the second. Pitch to MacArthur. Misses outside. One-0. On the ground to Robinson. Flips over to second for 1. On to first. That's a double play. 4-6-3 double play. And down go the Rouse Raiders. It's a 1-2-3 inning after giving up a base hit. And our score is Rouse 1, Cedar Park nothing. Listen to Cedar Park Softball on the Vype Media Network. Keep it here. bottom of the second inning here in Cedar Park. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Timberwolves. That'll be Singleton, Parton, and Robinson. So Damasio in the circle.
Number 14, junior Madden Singleton.
Cedar Park in the bottom half of the first inning got the leadoff base runner, but was raced on double play. Very wild double play at that. Pitch to Singleton. Misses outside. One-0 pitch, misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. There's I believe a JV game going on again on the baseball field next door, and I'm not sure you can hear them in the my crowd mic, but I can hear them from where I'm sitting. 2-0 pitch, Singleton, swung on, foul back. 2 balls, 1 strike. As Cedar Park Timberwolves, the baseball team is playing, and now is on Vype Media, but that game is actually an away game. Singleton waiting for a 2-1. Here's the pitch, misses upstairs. 3 balls and 1 strike to Singleton. Addison Parton on deck. Madden keeps the feet close together. Holds the bat high, 3-1 pitch. Popped up on the infield. Second baseman coming in. Makes the catch, and it's the first out of the inning. Addison Parton will step up.
Number 7, junior Addison Parton.
Pitch to Parton. Swung on, foul back. So it's the bottom of the second inning. Cedar Park trailing 1-0 to the Raiders. 1 away, bases are empty. 0-1 pitch. Misses outside. As Damasio tries to float them in there. Comes the 1-1. In the air to right center field. That one's going to get down through the gap and go all the way to the wall. Parton around first on the way second base. He's going to hold at second. And Parton checks in with a 1-out double. That will bring up Izzy Robinson.
Izzy Robinson.
So Parton at second base in scoring position for Robinson with 1 away here in the bottom of the second. Cedar Park trying to tie things up. Pitch to Robinson is cut on and foul back to the screen, so Parton will have to stay put. Last time Cedar Park had a runner at second base was Molly Mitchell, and she was thrown out on a wild double play, a 4-5 double play. 0-1 pitch is back up the middle and through for a base hit. They're going to send home Parton. The throw to the plate, and she's going to be safe at the plate. Parton just getting under the tag as Izzy Robinson comes through. It's now 1-1, and I've actually been waiting all season to say this. Here's to you, Izzy Robinson. Here's to you.
Number 16, senior Bella Acosta.
So Parton scores. Robinson at first base for Acosta. Looks someone upstairs. Very aggressive send there by Cammie. That was a good throw from the outfield, very shallow. As Acosta hits one on the ground to short. Steps on the bag for one, on to first. That's double play. 6-4-3 double play. And that'll end the inning for the Timberwolves. However, they get one on the Izzy Robinson RBI single, and a good slide there by Addison Parton. So after 2 complete, our score, Rouse 1, Cedar Park 1. Listening to Cedar Park Softball on the Vype Media Network. Top of the 3rd inning here at Cedar Park High School. 9-1-2 due up for the Raiders. It'll be Kelch, Slimp, and Weston Scow. Pitch to Kelch. Foul back. It's 0-1. Oh-1 pitch. Misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kelch. Comes the 1-1. Scud on and miss. Strike 2. As Singleton loves that changeup. She pulled the string on that one. Comes the 1-2 pitch. Misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Upstairs, full count to Kelch. That is the 3rd time tonight that Robinson has gotten ahead 0-2. Sorry, Singleton gotten ahead 0-2 and has worked the count full. And they're going to ring her up for strike 3. Kelch thought that she had a free pass over to first base, and the umpire rings her up. And there's 1 away for Slimp. Slimp had an infield single back in the 1st inning, went off the glove of Madden Singleton. Pitch to Slimp on the ground. Mitchell snacks at third base, makes a long throw in time for the first out. What a play there by Mitchell. As she initially had it in her hand, dropped it, picked it up, and made a very strong throw over to first for the 2nd out of the inning. As that was a swinging bunt. And that almost would have said, try to see if it goes foul. But Mitchell, the freshman, picks it up. Makes a strong throw to first base. Pitch to Weston Scale. She walked back in the 1st inning, was out at home plate. Comes the 0-1. Hold back and a changeup. They held back on a changeup and popped it up and out of play. It's now 0-2 to Weston Scow. Weston Scow in the box waiting for an 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. Cut on and miss, strike 3. More traditional 1-2-3 inning for the Cedar Park Timberwolves. For Rouse, no hits, runs, or errors. We're going to go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Our score, Rouse 1, Cedar Park 1. You're listening to Cedar Park Timberwolves softball on the Vype Media Network. Back with Cedar Park Timberwolves softball. Taylor Alexander will lead things off in the bottom half of the third inning for the Timberwolves. The 8-9-1 to be Alexander, Boscia, and Molly Mitchell.
Number 11, senior Taylor Alexander.
So Taylor Alexander will step up, designated player tonight. Pitch Alexander rolls in there. One 0 pitch. Upstairs and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Two 0 pitch. That one misses low. So Alexander has himself in a pretty good position. It's now 3 balls, no strikes. Let's see if Kami gives her the green light. 3-0 pitch. And she's going to look at a pitch right down the middle. At least from my angle, it appears to be down the middle. I'm not standing there in the batter's box. Either way, now it's 3-1. Pitch. And that one's in there for strike 2. So Damasio falls behind 3-0. Has now worked a full count to Alexander. Payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4. First walk allowed by Damasio. First walk for the Timberwolves. So Soleil Boscia will step in now. Pitch to Boscia, misses upstairs. Looked like she was showing bunt there for a moment and pulled the bunt back. So the second time tonight, Cedar Park with the leadoff runner on. One 0 pitch shows bunt, and the bunt goes over the glove of the catcher. And very fortunate indeed, would have been a first out of the inning. But the count just moves to 1-1. Alexander back over at first base. The 1-1 pitch shows bunt again and bunts it foul. So Boscia now with the 1-2 count, taking the bunt out of play. Alexander at first base here in the bottom of the third inning. Game tied 1-1. 1-0 pitch. Fouls it back. Gonna do it again at 1-2. Boscia waiting for a 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Upstairs. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Molly Mitchell on deck. The 2-2. Popped up. First baseman racing over. She makes the catch in foul territory for the first out of the inning.
Number 1, your leadoff hitter, Molly Mitchell.
So Molly Mitchell will step up. 1 for 1, was out at third base on a wild double play. Reaching on an infield single. As any ball hit on the ground in the infield, she's got a chance to beat out. Alexandro at first, pitch to Mitchell. Swung on and missed. I think the umpire said it was foul tipped, maybe. Comes the 0-1. Shows bunt, pulls the bunt back and takes one in there for a strike. Very bit of a delayed call there by the umpire. Mitchell finds herself behind quickly 0-2. 0-2 pitch to Mitchell. On the ground is short. Flips over second for one. No chance to turn two with Mitchell's speed.
Number 3, the catcher, Evan Garcia.
So Mitchell will reach on a fielder's choice. 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Garcia, who flew into that double play. 1-1 pitch. Shows bunt, bunts it foul. Pitch to Garcia on the ground, slow roller. That's going to get through for a base hit. Mitchell, wide turnover at second. She'll hold up at third base. And Garcia checks in with her first base hit of the ball game. Is now runners at the corners of 2 away for Avery Evans. She struck out swinging back in the 1st inning. Chance to put the team on top. Pitch to Evans. Popped up and out of play. Evans waiting for an 0-1 pitch. Fights it off to right field. Falling, foul. Garcia choosing instead of going back around to second base, coming home plate, then coming back to first. Be a little bit careful of that because I'm not sure the rules on that. Obviously, she's not out, but sometimes if you go past the lead runner, they can rule you out. Someone to get persnickety, that could happen. 0-2 pitch to Evans is back up the middle and through for a base hit. Mitchell scores easily. Garcia on her way over to third base, a throw to third, and she's going to be safe at third base. Evans over to second.
Number 14, the pitcher, Madden Singleton.
So Cedar Park takes the lead 2-1. And there's runners at second and third with 2 away from Madden Singleton. Singleton looks at one upstairs. 0-1 tonight with a chance to really help herself out. On the ground is short. Shortstop up with it. Throw over to first base will be in time for the final out of the inning. However, Cedar Park is now in front 2-1 based on thanks to the RBI single by Avery Evans. Our score is Cedar Park 2, Rouse 1. Listening to Cedar Park Softball on the Vype Media Network. Top of the fourth inning here at Cedar Park High School. The 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Raiders will be Averett, Tate, and Damasio.
For all the teachers at the game tonight, thank you.
As tonight is Teacher Appreciation Night.
Number 14, Mackie Averett.
Averett was a strikeout victim back in the first inning. It should look someone upstairs. One 0 pitch, misses outside. Actually, it looks like it catches the corner. So now it's 1-1. As Madden floats one in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Almost like an Ephus pitch. One, 2. Fouled out of play. We're going to do it again at 1 and 2. One-two pitch to Averett. Misses outside. No one on, no one out here in the top of the fourth. The 2-2 floats in there. It's a full count. Payoff pitch. In there for strike 3. 5th strikeout for Madden Singleton.
Number 15, Tanea Tate.
And that is the first out inning. Tate will step up now. She had a base hit back in the first inning. Was stranded at third base. It was the 1-2 on the ground and through for a base hit. Tate with her second hit of the ball game. Rouse with a one out base runner.
Number 2, Abby Damasio.
So the pitcher Damasio will step up. She struck out swinging back in the first inning.
Damasio. I'm going to work on that. Wait for the next one.
Damasio shows bunt, pulls the bunt back. Both teams committed to playing small ball tonight, as they used to play back in the olden days of baseball, playing for position. Although bunting wasn't really a thing back then. 1-0 pitch. Misses inside and low. 2 balls, no strikes. Really, it wasn't until Babe Ruth when the idea of really hitting for power came into play. That's a different story. 2-0 pitch. Misses outside. 3 balls, no strikes to Damasio. Three-0 pitch. In here to left field. Parton racing over. Makes the catch. For the second out of the inning. So Damasio gets a green light on a 3-0 pitch and flies out. That'll bring up Nieberg with 2 away here. And the runner at first base, that's Tate. Nieberg grounded out. It was 1-4 on the putout. as she swings and misses at the first pitch. Oh, 1. And that one's in there for a strike. Singleton quickly ahead, 0-2. 2 away here in the top of the first inning. Runner over at second base, that's Tate. Cedar Park leading 2-1 over the Rouse Raiders. 0-2 pitch. Popped up. Will it stay in play? It will not. In fact, the bleachers were clearing out there. Fan throws the ball back into play, as you are not allowed to keep him here. So 0-2 pitch to Nieberg. In the air to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Just sticks her bat out there. As Tate advances over to second base, there's 2 on with 2 outs for Solomon, who has a base hit back in the second inning. And was erased on a 4-6-3 double play. Back up the middle, right over to Singleton. Throws over to first in time. Final out in the inning.
It's time to jump around.
As we will go to the bottom of the 4th inning, our score, Rouse 1, Cedar Park 2. Listening to Cedar Park Softball on the Vype Media Network. Bottom of the 4th inning here, Cedar Park leading the Rouse Raiders 2-1. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Timberwolves. It'll be Parton, Robinson, and Acosta. Parton scored the game's first run for the Cedar Park Timberwolves on a base hit by Robinson. Parton 1 for 1 with a double. Pitch to Parton. Able to check her swing. Parton so far the only extra base hit by either team. That one's way inside. As Addison gets out of the way. Two-0 pitch to Parton. In the air to left field. That's going to get over the head to center fielder and go all the way to the wall. Parton going to walk on into second base, their second double of the night.
Number 10, the second baseman.
So a lead-off double for the Timberwolves. Izzy Robinson will step up. She had a base hit her last time up that brought home a run. And so I could think that RBI to Parton because it was a very good slide. The throw was in time. Parton is getting underneath the tag as pitch to Robinson misses outside. Timberwolves looking to add on to their lead. Cut on, fouled back. It's 1-1. One pitch. Fouls it back. 1-2. Bottom of the fourth inning. Parton over at second base. No one out. Cedar Park in front of the Rouse Raiders 2-1. 1-2 count to Robinson. Here's the pitch. Just catches the piece of that one to foul back to the screen. Count remains 1-2. Bella Acosta on deck. Here comes the 1-2. Cut on and miss for strike 3. Robinson goes down for the first out of the inning. Second strikeout for Damasio.
The first baseman, Bella Acosta.
So Acosta will step up. She grounded into a 6-4-3 double play back in the second inning that ended the inning. First pitch to Bella. Misses outside. One-0. Misses outside and low. 2 balls, no strikes. Parton over at second base. Looking to make another trip home. As 2-0 pitch. This time catches the outside corner. It's 2 balls, 1 strikes to Acosta. Acosta swings on the pitch on the ground to short. Throw it to first base will be in time for the second out of the inning. Parton advances over to third.
Number 11, Taylor Alexander.
Is that ruled a fielder's choice or a ground out? I think it's just regular ground out, right? Yeah, just to make sure. So Taylor Alexander will step up. She walked back in the third inning and then was out on a fielder's choice. And as she swings and fouls back the first pitch. So Addison Parton now at second base, or third base. The 1 pitch. This is upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 1 on, that's Parton over at third base. And Alexander looking to bring her home. The 1-1. Cut on and miss for a strike 2. Throw it go to third base. Was going to get away from Parton. She's going to try to scamper on home, and she's going to make it home. So the snap throw over to third gets away from the third baseman. As Cedar Park steals 1. And second run scored tonight for Addison Parton, and now lead 3-1. Alexander now waiting for a 1-2 pitch, but the base is empty. Here it comes. In the air to right field. Coming in as the right fielder. She will make the catch. For the final out of the inning, however, Cedar Park add another on the board on a snap throw to third base that gets away, and they lead 3-1 over the Rouse Raiders. We'll head to the top of the fifth. You're listening to Cedar Park Softball on the Vype Media Network. Top of the 5th inning here at Cedar Park High School. Timberwolves out in front, 3-1 over the Rouse Raiders. 8-9-1 due up for the Raiders. It'll be MacArthur, Kelch, and Slimp. MacArthur grounding into a 4-6 3-12 play back in the 6th inning. As he swings at the first pitch. Coming in is Mickus, and it goes right through a glove, it looked like. It's MacArthur will reach on an error. Kelch struck out looking in her first plate appearance back in the 3rd inning. Shows bunt, bunts it foul. Foosball played for you too? Really? As Kelch will foul that one in the air. Throw back go to first base. Will be a double play. Second double play turned by the Timberwolves tonight. Roll that one 5-3. So 2 away now for Slimp. Was that Acosta covering first? Okay, cool. Slimp reached back in the 1st inning and grounded out to 3rd on a great play by Mitchell. So 2 away now. Pitch to Slimp. Misses inside, gets away from Garcia. The 1-0 to Slimp. Rolled in there. 2 balls, no strikes. Base is empty after the double play. Misses upstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. (3-0) to Slimp. In here to left field in foul territory. Mitchell racing over, makes the catch in foul territory for the final out of the inning. Rouse gets 1 on the error, but it's a 1-2-3 inning. We've played 4.5. Our score: Cedar Park 3, Rouse 1. Cedar Park in front, 3-1. As Bosha swings at the first pitch, and that's going to get down for a base hit, and pretty much in no man's land, just in the outfield grass. So Bosha checks in with a leadoff single. Molly Mitchell has reached twice tonight on the fielder's choice on a base hit, and she has scored 1 run. Pitch to Mitchell, shows bunt, pulls the bunt back. Throw back over to first base will be not in time, as first baseman was way off the bag. And very fortunate that one did not get out into foul territory, where the second baseman was backing that one up. One-0 pitch, shows bunt, pulls bunt back, swings at that one. It's going to be popped up and caught. Throw back over to first base is going to get away. Garcia is going to advance over to second base anyways.
Number 3, the catcher.
Correction, Bosha over at second base. So on the pop-up to the shortstop, and the snap throw back over to first base gets away, and so Bosha will advance over to second base anyways. Garcia with a base hit back in the third inning, ground into a double play. And she swings at the first pitch here. It's in the air and can be caught by the shortstop for 2 away.
Number 15, the shortstop.
Avery Evans struck out and has a base hit, an RBI base hit back in the third inning that put Cedar Park in front. First pitch misses outside. Would love to get some more insurance runs here. 1-0 pitch to Evans is sharply hit to the left side for a base hit. Bosha scores easily. Evans stops at second base with an RBI double. Second hit of the ball game for Evans. Second RBI of the ball game. It's now 4-1 Cedar Park. Nice piece of 2-out hitting by Evans. Evans swings at the first pitch. 0 for 2 tonight. Singleton waiting for an 0-1 pitch. One rolls in there, gets away from the catcher as Evans was moving on the pitch. And she'll wind up at third base. So 1-1 pitch to Singleton. Here it comes. In the air to right field. Right fielder comes in. Overhead and gets all the way to the wall. Let's watch her run. Singleton all the way over to second base. She's going to third base. They're going to wave her on home. The throw to the plate is in time. Now that would have been an excellent home run. What a throw by the second baseman. But Evans scores. in the first inning, was out at home, and she struck out in the third inning. 0 for 1. Pitch to Westenscow. Misses low. Waiting for a 1-0 pitch. Pitch misses upstairs. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch to Westenscow is inside, and it misses inside. Two one to Westenscow is popped up and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So 2-2 count to Westenscow. Pitch on the way. On the ground to Evans at short. Up with it. Throws over to first in time for the first out of the inning. Evans will step in now. She has struck out swinging, struck out looking. She is 0 for 2. Pitch misses upstairs. 1 out, no one on for the Raiders here in the top of the 6th. 1-0 pitch. That one just misses outside. It's 2 balls, no strikes to Averett. The 2-0 pitch. In the air to center field, Boscia racing over and makes the catch on the run.
Number 15, Tanea Tate.
And Tate will step in. She has a couple base hits tonight. We have 2 away here in the top of the 6th inning. Pitch to Tate is cut on and missed for a strike. Both of Tate's base hits going the other direction. 0-1 pitch misses inside. Comes the 1-1 pitch. Upstairs and outside, 2 balls, 1 strike to Tate. No one on, 2 out in the top of the 6th. Rouse leading, Cedar Park leading 5-1 over Rouse as the 2-1 pitch to Tate misses way upstairs. So Tate now facing a 3-1 pitch from Singleton. Here it comes. Popped up. Will it stay on the infield? It will. Acosta racing over. Makes the catch in foul territory. It's a 1-2-3 top of the 6th. No hits, runs, or errors for Rouse.
Robinson.
It's Parton 2 for 2 tonight. 2 doubles into the gap, both going the other direction. One going to right field, one going to left field. He just looks at the first pitch outside. Our next broadcast for the Cedar Park Timberwolves will be at Liberty Hill Tuesday at 7 o'clock. So be sure to tune in for that one. 1-0 pitch to Parton as she pops one in the air to right field. This one's going to get down for a base hit and go not all the way to the wall, but it's going to be misplayed by the right fielder. So Parton 3 for 3 tonight with 3 doubles. Have yourself a night, Addison Parton.
Number 10, Izzy Robinson.
Izzy Robinson will check in. She had an RBI single back in the second inning to get the scoring started for the Timberwolves. Pitch to Robinson. Fouls that one back. It's 0-1. One-0 pitch to Robinson. Misses low. Parton kind of dancing off of second base. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. Popped in the air to right field. Right fielder racing, and that's going to fall into fair territory. Parton had to hold up on that one. So Robinson with a little bit of a bloop single. As we'll get Ridgely Hernandez hitting in place of Bella Acosta. Runners at the corners, that's Robinson at first. Parton over at third base. Going to be discussing changes with the home plate umpire. Now the catcher's going to have a word. DiMaggio in the circle. Inning started off with a double by Parton, her third of the ball game. And a bloop single by Robinson. Her Parton actually had to hold up. Didn't know whether that was going to be a foul ball or caught. So Hernandez will get her first at-bat of the ball game. Pitch to Hernandez. Fouls back as Robinson was on the move. The 0-1 pitch rolled in there as Robinson well off the first base bag. And as Hernandez waiting for 1-1 pitch. Pitch is in there for a strike. And there's going to let Robinson advance on over to second base. Fielder's indifference. Not wanting to let Parton scamper home for a third run of the night. So 2 runners in scoring position. That's Parton at third base, Robinson over at second. 1-2. Back up the middle and through for a base hit. Parton scores easily. They're going to wave Robinson home. The throw to the plate is well in time. For the first down inning, Parton scores her third run of the ball game. Hernandez gets an RBI single as Robinson's out at home plate.
Number 5, sophomore, Annika Oberg.
So Annika Oberg will get her first bat of the ball game. Kemi being very aggressive with the sends over at third base. Second time tonight we've had an out at home play as Oberg swings to the first pitch, and she gets a base hit. Hernandez over to second. So now Annika Oberg's twin sister will get an at-bat. Hernandez over at second base. Oberg at first. Cedar Park in front, 6-1. Need to update my scoreboard. As pitch to Oberg will miss outside. One 0 pitch. Misses low. 2 balls, no strikes to Oberg. Hernandez at second. Annika Oberg at first. Kaya Oberg at the plate. The 2-0 is cut on and missed for a strike. Comes the 2-1. And that one's in there for a strike. Floated one down the middle. 2-2 count to Kaya Oberg. Molly Mitchell on deck. The 2-2 pitch. Cut on and miss, strike 3.
Number 1, Molly Mitchell.
Second out of the inning for the Timberwolves. Third strikeout for Damasio. Mitchell reached twice tonight and scored the go-ahead run back in the third inning. Pitch missile to Mitchell, gets away. All the runners will advance, so Hernandez now over to third base. Oberg over at second. Two-way here in the bottom of the third inning. 1-0 pitch to Mitchell. Swung on, fouled back. It's 1-1. Comes the 1-1. On the ground to second and through for a base hit. 1-run scores. They're going to send the runner home. The throw to the plate. This time is not in time. Throw over to second base. It gets away. Mitchell up with it. She's not going to advance over to third base. As 2 runs score. Hernandez and Oberg. 2 RBI single by Mitchell. And that will bring up Evan Garcia. Had a base hit back in the third inning. She's 1 for 3. So Mitchell with a single, advancing a second on the throw. 3 runs have come across for the Timberwolves. Pitch to Garcia. In the air to center field. Racing over, she makes the catch. The final out in the inning. Cedar Park, though, they add 3. So our score going into the top of the 7th inning. Cedar Park 8, Rouse 1. Listening to Cedar Park Timberwolves softball on the Vype Media Network.
Last ball for concession stand. Last ball.
Cedar Park looking to close things out here on the top of the 7th inning. As they gave up a run in the first inning on an infield single by Slip. And she scampered all the way around on steals and passed balls. And since then, Rouse has had chances. Pretty much starting in the third inning, though, they have been shut down. DiMaggio will step up. She's 0 for 2 tonight. DiMaggio swings and fouls that pitch back over the stands. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. That one catches the outside corner. It's 0-2. Umpire takes his time with his strike and his strike calls. 2-0 pitch. In the air to center field. Boscia racing over. Makes the catch. The first out of the inning. Boscia had to run a long way to catch that one. And I'll bring up Nieberg.
Number 4, Kendall Nieberg.
1 for 2 tonight with a base hit back in the 4th inning. As Singleton calls time. Actually, no, the umpire. Need to get some more softballs from the dugout. So I was noticing as Singleton was getting ready to throw with no umpire. As pitch to Nieberg misses upstairs. One 0 pitch. That one is low. 2 balls, no strikes. Two 0 pitch. Misses outside. 3 balls, no strikes to Nieberg. Solomon on deck. 3-0 pitch. That one catches the outside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike to Nieberg. Top of the 7th. Cedar Park trying to close things out with one away here. No one on. Leading 8-1 over the Rouse Raiders. 3-1 pitch. Cut on and fouled at the plate. As Singleton has worked the count full. Home plate umpire wants to call time to clean off home plate. I see having a little conversation with Singleton in the circle. Three-two pitch in the air to left field. Racing over is Evans, and she will not come up with it. She looks like she got her hand on it. And she went all out to try to make that catch. So the count remains 3-2. Three-two pitch. On the ground, right back to Singleton. Over to first in time. For the first out of the inning. Second out of the inning, I should say. Last hope for the Raiders will be Solomon. Probably should make some changes here. As I notice that there's a bit of a different defense on the Timberwolves as Addison Parton over at first base. Solomon misses upstairs. It looks like Hernandez is taking the trip on over to right field. As 1-0 pitch misses outside. It's 2 balls, no strikes to Solomon. So I want to get that defensive update in before you see the end of this one. Parton over at first base, Hernandez in left field. 2-0 pitch to Solomon is in the air to right. Mickus racing over and squeezes it for the final out of the inning and the final out of the game. The Timberwolves win this one by a final of 8-1. They extend their win streak to 2 wins, improve to 8-10-1 on the season, 4-5 in district play. As the Raiders continue their offer. For the Rouse Raiders, they end this game with 4 hits and 3 runs stranded. For the Cedar Park Timberwolves, they finished this game with 12 hits, and they will leave 4 stranded. So once again, Rouse, 1 run on 4 hits, leave 3 stranded. And the Timberwolves, 8 runs on 12 hits, they leave 4 runs stranded. And they win this one by a final of 8-1. That's going to do it from us here at Cedar Park High School. I'd like to thank my QA, my quality assurance, Nathaniel, for making sure everything is sounding good here. I'd like to thank Cedar Park High School for allowing me to broadcast your games. So the 4th year now, unless my math is wrong, and I absolutely enjoy doing these games. So thank you so much for allowing me to broadcast your games. Cedar Park will be back Tuesday, the 30th at 7 o'clock against Liberty Hill. That game will be on Vype Media, so be sure to tune in for that one. My name is Brian Reed, reminding you to please wash your hands if you choose to go out. Please wear a mask, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.